Hello and welcome to the Cox Sports Report. I'm Morgan Lang with my co-host Matt Hatfield, and it is almost Halloween, Matt.
Yes, it is, but we've got no tricks today, only treats in the form of high school football.
And we're going to see those treats where we kick off to Virginia Beach to see Green Run and Cox try to duke it out. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out this year as Cox is trying to vie for a championship or to be able to get into the playoffs this year. So it's going to be important to see if they play out, as last year Cox did win 32-20.
Indeed, and they're 4-3, having dropped 3 of its last 4 after starting 3-0 for the first time in 22 years. And the Stallions, they were 2-8 a year ago and off to a great start under new coach Jeff McGowan. And you see their star running back Anthony Scott there with a beautiful run down inside the goal line. Right now they're going to try to punch it in, but Austin Lynch's pass is incomplete in the corner of the end zone. Stallions now on 4th down, but the Cox defense is going to stiffen and hold and get the football back.
Oh, nice defense there by Cox. And now we're going to see Cox here with quarterbacks Tommy McKee getting a nice run up the center of the field. Being brought down, just a little slip, getting frustrated there, as you can see, as he knows he probably could have gotten a little more yardage here. But take a look here at Andrew Daniel, number 6, getting a nice tackle there on the quarterback. Still scoreless in the first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of people expected a shootout in the 30s. Instead, it's a defensive struggle right now, and Austin Lynch will elude the rush, run out of the pocket here, throws it down the field, and it's complete to Tim Norwood for a huge gain deep into Cox territory, and he even hurdles a guy inside the 10-yard line for the Stallions.
Getting some ups. Too bad he's not doing track and field here, but Anthony Scott here is going to set him up here for a nice 5-yard run, getting across that end zone there, putting him up 6-0. The extra point by Nate Young is going to be good, as you'll see here in a second. 7-0 there for Green Run.
Yeah, Green Run, a football team now 4-3 on the year. Last season finishing 6 games under 500. They're a team that's very much in the playoff picture in Class 5A. Cox needing this one to not fall out of it or have a low seed. And now they go to some trickeration here as it's Brian Campbell on the receiver pass down the field, incomplete, nearly hauled in as Coach Stakelski bringing out all the tricks in his bag.
Yeah, but we're going to take it back here to Cox, take Brian quarterback. McKee getting a nice run up the side of the field, breaking a couple tackles, keeping it in bounds, stepping 1-2 to make sure he doesn't get out of bounds there and stop the clock. And McKee on a keeper here. He's going to power through into the end zone in the third quarter. 5:23 left. 7-6. Unfortunately, the kick will be no good, but getting them on the board there in the third quarter.
But Coach Stack has to like Morgan that he's getting that option running game going against his Green Run defense. And the Stallions going up top, deep down the field again. And Lynch has a man. It's complete to Norwood again down the field. And he comes in as the top passer in the area, showing why here. He's going to go deep down the field yet again. But this time, the ball is tipped in the air and intercepted. That's Chris Rudiger. He and Isaiah Fenner both with interceptions in the game. And the Falcons secondary stepping up to the plate.
Love seeing those interceptions, getting that power, getting that excitement. And McKee here, another keeper, keeping the ball. You think he's down, but he's not. Willie ends up breaking 2 guys. Look at him just power through. He is just bulldozing all the way across that line. That is going to be 37 yards, breaks those tackles, getting the game there with a 12-7 lead in the fourth quarter.
And it's a good thing he didn't break his hand slamming it on the ground earlier, because he used it for a stiff arm there on that touchdown, and now he's going to use that hand to throw the football down the field and complete it for a big gainer to Brian Campbell. And the Falcons offense starting to click here in the fourth quarter as they try to grind it away for a victory.
Yeah, Mike DeMasi here, number 28, on a nice run, 17 yards as he cuts across that end line, getting a nice touchdown, 19-7. And it looks like here the referees are trying to debate whether it is a touchdown. Will it be good? Let's see if those hands go up, Matt. And is it?
It is, in fact, a touchdown, I believe. Yes, it is. Cox is on the board. Extra point for the Falcons. Nap is good, and that means Cox is up, and they're up double figures at home. They'll win it in Green Runs' house. They're 19-7 in favor of the Falcons. They move to 5-3 on the year. You see McKee with 131 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. DeMasi chipping in 97 on the ground, and a score. Anthony Scott with a $116 and a touchdown in defeat for Green Run.
And Tallwood over Princess Anne, 40-6, with Gintori Matthews having a nice game there with 2 touchdowns and 47 yards. And Calamot takes First Colonial 14-6. Malik Baker having 118 yards and 2 touchdowns.
The Ocean Lakes Dolphins remain undefeated, the top-ranked team in the area, 49-6 over Lansdowne. Jaquan Allen with 3 interceptions for the Dolphins. Bayside a winner over Kempsville, 28-6. Josh Dewey Harris with a scoop and score and a fumble for the Marlins.
And we're going to take here to Bethel playing at Denby. It's a nice homecoming night here for Denby and senior night, so it's going to be exciting to see how these kids play out for potentially one of their last games here at home.
Denby, one of the surprise stories of the year. Morgan at 6-2 overall. Coach Marcellus Harris has the Patriots marching towards the playoffs, and they give it to their running back Pat Alston with a great gain deep into Bethel territory now, and they've been throwing the ball so well. In the run game, though, it's working for him too. Alston gets the handoff here, and he will punch it in 6 yards for a score. Denby with the lead early on there against the Bethel Bruins.
Oh, nice. And it doesn't seem like it's going to stop here, as our next play is going to be a Denby play as well. It's going to be Darius Banks, number 7. Nice pass, nice grab. That's a 21-yard touchdown grab there, bringing the lead to a 13-0, ending the first quarter.
You see Banks there, excellent concentration to bring it in and hang on to the football as he goes to the ground. The Patriots surprising Bethel 13-0 here, a team that just 2 years ago was winless. Now they're going towards the postseason.
Yes, and we can see why here with Jaquan Jenkins going nice grab with coverage, 42 yards. Nice pass there. They're going to be able to play here with another 25 field goal here. Zach Herbert getting it through the pipes, 16-0. The lead continues here into the second quarter.
And how good and how accurate has quarterback Terrence Dengle been, the senior signal caller for the Patriots. Bethel going to its passing attack now as the ball is complete down the field for a touchdown. It's Antonio Killebrew, 33 yards from Anthony Slade, who would get injured in this ball game. They needed him in this one. Denby on top, 16-6 late in the second quarter as Bethel goes to kick it off.
And here comes the kickoff, and will it be a return? We'll see how it plays out here. And we've got Derek Melton, juking 1, juking 2. Great, is there going to be able to catch up? He's going, will he go? It's looking, he's got one last defender to beat, stiffs arms him, goes all the way across the end line. That is a 76-yard kickoff return for Derek Melton.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Melton was moving and grooving there. The Patriots are up 17 late in the second quarter, and guess what? They're not done. They're looking for more. It's Dingle here on the quick screen pass, and the ball is loose, though. It's a fumble recovered by the Virginia Tech commit and reigning Peninsula District Defensive Player of the Year, Ricky Walker of the Bruins.
And Bethel here, Karen Jones getting across that end zone there with a nice 9-yard touchdown run. The lead continues, 23-13. Nice way for Bethel to be able to answer, try to close that gap just a little bit as they continue with Denby. Here, keep your eye here, Jaquan Jenkins, number 6, with an interception. Will it be? He's going to go. It's looking good. Could it be a pick 6? Not sure, and he is brought down just shy there to 25.
What a game for Jenkins. He had 3 of those picks on the day, and Dingle's going to throw it to him now in the corner of the end zone. Reward your receiver, DB, who's making all these plays tonight. Look at that 15-yard touchdown pass, and Denby now up 30-13. Late in the second quarter, just when Bethel thought it was getting closer, Denby expands the lead.
They just keep going here, but Bethel's not going to quit here. We've got a 65 going here. Deontay Franklin, number 25, will go 65 yards for a touchdown with less than a minute left in the half. They're going to end up going for 2, but unfortunately they'll miss that, putting them at 30-19, ending the first half.
We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned shootout, folks, and right there the pass is going to be intercepted by Darius Banks for Denby. That defense is making some big plays tonight, stepping up, and now they hand it off to Malik Sparks, the junior tailback, and he's going to scoot in the end zone for 6.
Yeah, that'll end the third quarter there with 37-19. For Denby. Lead continues here. We're going to kick off the third quarter with Denby having the ball with Khalil Wharton and Tyreek Burns taking the hit. Little trick play, 31-yard grab into the end zone. Always nice to see that pick up here, 43-19. That extra point wouldn't be blocked. Ending the game there with 43-25. Denby Terrence Dingle getting 2 touchdowns, and Jaquan Jenkins continuing there. Great game for him. 3 defensive interceptions and an offensive touchdown. Good to see him going both ways. And then Anthony Slade with Bethel getting a touchdown there in 88 yards.
More scores from Peninsula District later to come in the show. We've got pilot at practice with the Salem Sun Devils too here on Sports Report. And welcome back to Sports Report with Morgan Lang. I am Matthew Hatfield. The Salem Sun Devils in Virginia Beach graduated a ton of talent from last season, but they don't reload at Salem. They rebuild. Coach Robert Jackson and company 8-0 for the first time since 2007, and our friend Larry Rabama from the Virginia Pilot caught up with Coach Jackson and the Sun Devils for Pilot at practice.
I'm Larry Obama for Pilot Practice here at Salem High School, where the Sun Devils have gotten off to a great start. They hope it keeps going through the playoffs.
I always believed and had faith in my team. We had a lot of doubters coming into the season. A lot of people, like many would say, they have a lot that's gone. They can't do what they've already done, but we've proven them wrong, and we look to continue to prove people wrong.
Coming into the season, we were struggling, especially in 707. We weren't getting it right. Coaches was getting mad at us, but we just rebuilt the team. We got a young quarterback, sophomore, and he did terrific the first couple of games. We got it together, and we undefeated now, and we on the road to the championship.
Like we told the guys in the beginning, we got a bunch of no names. Nobody's ever heard of you. We lost a lot of quality guys, a lot of production last year, and we made a challenge to the kids, make them know you by the end of the season.
Now, you talked about light body. What do you like about him? You talk about him managing the game. What do you like about what he brings to the team?
Well, just his poise, and he has a lot of upside to him, and the kids believe in him. He's a guy that showed up, and I never heard of light body until he got here, and he pretty much auditioned for it. Went out and threw some passes, and we saw he could throw the football, so we just made him a quarterback. We put him in the playoffs last year. It's one to go home, and like I said, one thing I knew, he wasn't scared. So he's displayed that all year.
Pressure, a lot of pressure on you. Just got to go through the motions. Not go through the motions, just play hard, play physical, play fast. It's a game that you play for fun. So I just played for fun, and then we came out with the win. Surprised with it, but I thought I was going to do worse. It's just a lot of pressure on me because don't know much. Because this is my second year playing quarterback. So
we asked him to manage the game, and we ain't asked him to come in and do anything spectacular. Just manage the game, and if you're not gonna help us, don't hurt us. And he's done just that.
Staying dominant. That's basically it. Going to our holes. Filling the holes. We just come together as a team. You can always get better. It's no staying the same. Get better each and every day. I think we go all the way to the state championship.
We have to keep playing hard, keep looking to improve, keep looking to work, and continue to play Salem Sun Devil football. And if we continue to do that, we'll be right there in that state championship game.
You can follow Sun Devils on Cox11 and in the Virginia Pilot. For Pilot Practice, I'm Larry Obama.
And thanks to Larry for that report. We're 3 weeks away from the postseason, so let's see how some of those teams chasing the playoffs are doing. We check out some scores around the area. Lake Taylor, a 57-0 shutout of Wilson Marcus Hawkins with 128 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns for the Titans. Churchland, a winner 28-20 over Maury as Malik Sexton rushes for 3 touchdowns, 135 yards, and that one for the Truckers.
And more scores across the Eastern District. We have Norcom over Booker T. Washington, 26-14, as Brian Cavalcante having 42 yards and touchdown there. And Granby takes Norview 21-12, reversing those scores a little bit there. Comets improved to 4-4 overall.
Well, they didn't throw us off there. Bay Rivers District Lafayette shutting out New Kent 62-0. Well, that was a close one there. It's Jaleel Green, 4 rushing touchdowns, a 21-yard pick six. Lafayette 2 weeks in a row, 62-0. And Poquoson squeaks by Smithfield 35-33 behind Grayson Boyce's 3 touchdown runs.
And Jamestown at War Hill 34-20. Mark Lipscomb getting 114 yards and 2 total touchdowns. And more scores. Tad takes York 12-10. Nice close game there as Grant Kelchner, son of who, Matt?
At CNU football coach Matt Kelchner.
Ah, very nice, getting 2 field goals there, and nice way to play out. I'm sure Dad's proud.
Absolutely. And also in the Bay Rivers District, it was Bruton over Grafton, 29-16. Bilal Wallace with 3 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, and a passing score. Well, Morgan, we've got plenty more here on Sports Report. We'll check in on Great Bridge and Grassfield, as well as Phoebus and Heritage here on Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Cox Sports Report. I'm Morgan Lang with my co-host Matt Hatfield, and we're going to finish off the session here checking out Chesapeake, where we're going to see the Grizzlies take on the Wildcats, where Grassfield last year overthrew Great Bridge 42-14, and Grassfield so far is 4-0 at home this year.
Morgan, I tell you what, this promises to be a good one at Carolyn F. Bernard Stadium. The Grizzlies, as you said, lopsided win last year, but coming off that tough loss to Oscar Smith a week ago, in Great Bridge, which was winless in 2012, they're marching towards the postseason. These are two Chesapeake rivals, very familiar with one another. The kids live very close to one another. Some like them, some don't like each other. The Wildcats start off with sophomore quarterback Jacob Wilson here in shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers here, and one of them is Jaquan. He gets past the defense for a 37-yard touchdown, putting the visitors from Great Bridge High on the board first.
That kick will be good there by Speziali. Nice 7-0 lead here for Great Bridge, and the Wildcats are trying to make headway to get a chance to win here. And Grassfield will come up here with a nice play as they break out of this huddle, and it's exciting to see how this battle is going to continue breaking out, going one way, going the other. You almost nail biter to see how this one's going to finish out. We've got Brett Smith here. Keep your eye on the quarterback, where he's going to end up getting it to Brent Holloway with a nice 13-yard pass, tying the game 7-7 as the extra point by Burning will be good. And it's interesting to see how this is playing out.
Yeah, you mentioned Holloway, only a sophomore. He's a name to remember for years down the road. We know so much about the seniors, Vincent Lowe and Isaiah Harper, those speedsters for Grassfield. Holloway's got a bright future. Now this time Smith's pass is intercepted in the red zone by Great Bridge's Antoine White, who goes into Grassfield territory trying to score before he's eventually dragged down at the 25-yard line. Just what Coach Pete Gale's Wildcats needed.
I like seeing those dreads, too, coming out of the uniform. He's getting excited, bouncing up and down. And we've got Great Bridge here with a handoff to Tyann Smith, who's going to get it across that end zone, 13-yard run. The kick will be good again, 14-7 here, still in the first quarter. And
Great Bridge now has the football as they're going to try to get some more points on the board now, but this time it is intercepted. Wilson is victimized by the one and only Isaiah Harper, Old Dominion commit, who goes 55 yards the other way for the Grizzlies.
Nice pick six there as the point will be good, and by Burning, 14-14. ODU commit there, Isaiah Harper. And what do we have? We have Harper, we have Lowe. This combination just keeps going. And we've got a play here coming up. Keep your eye on the defense on this next one, because it is going to be a huge tackle here by Josh McNair, number 1, getting on the quarterback. And exciting to see the enthusiasm continuing here as Grassfield, Vincent Lowe. Keep your eye as he's going to be just committed to ODU, wants to keep playing with his teammate Harper, and he is going to go 65 yards to the house, and that is going to put them up 21-14.
When he gets a full head of steam, you're not catching him, folks. He is off to the races, and Grassfield on the top of the Wildcats, 21-14, and another high-scoring affair here with these two Chesapeake rivals. Now Great Bridge gives it to Brandon Jones, and look at him skedaddle here all the way down to about the 5-yard line of Grassfield before he is knocked out of bounds. And let's give it to Jones to finish it off. Great effort by him as he punches it in, and we're deadlocked yet again.
21, like it, 21-21, my college number when I played, so it's always exciting. But extra point will be good, and we're still here in the second quarter, and high-scoring game here for the second quarter, I'd say. But we've got Grassfield, number 9, Trevor Enders, getting the pass from Smith, and he will go 16 yards to pay there, 28-21.
Yeah, Martin Asbury knows that in a game that's 28-21 at the half, it's whoever makes the most plays defensively in the second half is going to win this football game. And now you see Jacob Wilson get hit from behind there. Ball is loose, and it is recovered by Jory Wallace. Coach Asbury has to like that. His defense getting in on the act of the takeaway, setting up their offense with pretty good field position.
They are, and Vincent Lowe here. It's going to be about time for the last play of the game, and it's a matter of he's going to be able to get in to break this tie, and he will go 36 yards down the sideline, 35-29. That is 14 unanswered points by Grassfield to defeat the Wildcats as the Grizzlies move to 6-2.
How about that pitch in the second half shutout? Oscar Smith, they run their streak of 63 in a row in the Southeastern District as they beat Kings Fork by 50. Anthony Elliott with 124 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns off the bench. Meanwhile, Western Branch a 52-14 winner over Lakeland. Davion Taylor with a 96-yard kick return to the house.
And Nansemond River over Hickory, 25-14 as Latrell Vega Sandifer getting 130 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. And Deep Creek takes Indian River 34-14 as Terrence Shermby has 143 yards and 4 total touchdowns.
We move along now to the Peninsula District. It's the game of the year, Morgan. The Phoebus Phantoms, 7-1 on the campaign. They've won 7 state titles since 2000, taking on a Heritage Hurricanes team that's undefeated, 8-0 overall, trying to knock off the top dog in the PD for oh so many years.
And will they, I guess, is the question here, as we're going to start with number 10, Terrell Tolliver, the sophomore quarterback, as he escapes the pocket and gets some nice headway up the field. And it's going to lead up to Marshawn Williams, who's going to be able to break through some tackles and keep moving the chains up the line.
Oh, that punishing workhorse for the Phantoms headed to Virginia Tech. He's a tough one, leads the area in rushing. And how about Tolliver? Came in as a starting quarterback just 3 weeks ago, showing off the wheels here as he scoots away for a 20-yard pickup for the run there. As now the punt for Heritage is blocked in the end zone, recovered by Charles Graham for a touchdown. The punt actually went off one of his teammates' helmet, and the Phantoms take advantage, 6-0 here. Start of the second quarter, Phantoms on top of Heritage.
Number 12, Jeremiah Boyd, going to Dimitri Holloway. Keep your eyes open for him. He's going to get a nice grab there, and he'll pick up 31 yards to be able to bring them a little further downfield.
Holloway, one of many talented juniors for the Hurricanes, and now Wanye Patillo, the senior running back for Heritage. Look at that run by him. Terrific job by him as he gains 11 against that physical, aggressive Phoebus defense. We've got ourselves a hard-hitting battle, Morgan, and now the Hurricanes get the ball back. They'll kick a field goal. Patrick Hilton's 31-yard kick is good. Makes the score 6-3 Phoebus as Heritage cuts it in half going to the second half.
Good to see those Phantoms keeping that lead here, and we've got a completion to Darius Jones. He's going to take it up the right side of the field. You see a flag on the play. He picks up 7 yards, and then here Tolliver on a run. He is, as Matt said, just continues to make an impression here as he goes up the right side, protects that ball, and he gains 32 yards.
It's awfully comforting to know for Coach Jeremy Blunt to have a quarterback who can run and throw it, and now he's going to throw it. He's got an open target. It's Troy Durham, and he breaks away from the tackler here. He's going to pick up 45 yards on this play as Durham doesn't give up after he catches the football. You like the effort after that catch.
And sets him up here for Marshawn Williams to be able to punch it through here and get a 6-yard run to put them on the lead. They go for 2 and don't make it, so it's a 12-3 lead here for the Phantoms. As we get another look here as Robbie Robinson gets a nice lead here for the for the Phantoms as he gets 58-yard completion just broadside the goal line.
Yeah, Robinson's so much speed, he can score away from the defense at a moment's notice, and now Williams will cap off that drive for Phoebus, 19-3 in favor of the Phantoms, who would end up scoring 3 touchdowns in a span of 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Malik Deloach comes in for Boyd. He runs into one of his linemen, but he still continues the play, and he ends up picking up 21 yards on the run as a great effort there by Deloach here, as the Hurricanes are not going to quit here. Even though they're down big, they're going to continue to attack that Phoebus defense, and this time he finds Tim Holt and Bethea for 31 yards down the field.
And Deloach here jumps across, and you'll see as he breaks in, it's an opportunity. They're in the red zone. They want to get that touchdown. They wanted to fight this lead, and he literally jumps into the end zone as the ball crosses the line, and that's a nice 3 yards. They try to go for 2. The run fails. It is 26-9 lead. Phantoms moved 8-1, and that's their 17th consecutive Peninsula District win. Good game there by Williams, 2 touchdowns. Terrell Tolliver getting 53 yards, and Malik Deloach trying to get in there with a touchdown and 38 passing yards.
And you see other scores in the Peninsula District. It was Hampton blanking Minchville 49-0 behind Demetrius Strickland's 2 touchdown runs. Kicatana winner 36-14 over Gloucester as Desmond Savage throws for 2 touchdowns, 119 yards through the air. And Woodside a winner over Warwick 49-14. Jaquan Lassiter with a season high 128 yards on the ground.
And West Point takes Matthews 49-0. Nice shutout there by the Pointers, improved to a 7-1 overall in the Tidewater District. And we'll see Bishop Sutherland takes Hampton Roads Academy 62-6, with Blake LaRussa getting 413 yards and 6 passing touchdowns. And Norfolk Christian over Greenbrier Christian 19-16. George Wahi, wonder if he's going to be a Wahoo someday like his brother, gets 2 rushing touchdowns and a touchdown pass.
Also from the private schools, it was Collegiate out of Richmond beating Norfolk Academy 28-6. Wilton Spate with 348 yards, 4 total touchdowns. Portsmouth Christian edges Broadwater Academy 22-21 as John Pope finds the end zone 3 times for Portsmouth Christian.
And Fredericksburg Christian gets 15 over 8 at Atlantic Shores as Josh Hill gets a 64-yard game-winning touchdown reception. Always like seeing those. Exciting for them to be able to get that lead.
And our player of the week here on Cox Sports and VirginiaPreps.com is none other than Jaquan Jenkins, the senior wide receiver defensive back for Denby High School. 6 catches, 108 yards receiving, a touchdown, 3 interceptions, and the Patriots beat Bethel to move to 7-2 on the campaign, Morgan.
And we had a great week here. We look forward to next week where we'll have more great highlights and more great games, and have a wonderful week.